nào.
Xe nha, xe.
Chụp cha. Chụp mấy đứa nhỏ đây.
Any other first timers? Our red kangaroo. All right. And for those of you just joining us, my name is Kelsey, and this is my cousin Diva. So she doesn't really like getting her feet too wet. With restaurant quality food, probably better healthcare than most of us have, right? They've got a personal. So this pretty much is the Ritz Carlton for animals, and that is why.
Not even. We just sat there waiting until it was time. I asked him, like, do you want to go walk? Yeah, and he's like, no. That's the best thing about the membership. Just go and do what you like, and then go home. Somebody see your hand? You want this too?
Hi. Put it in a packet.
Yes? Yeah?
You already did that.
Your hands?
Ten?
Thank you.
Ten?
Stamp.
Look at this one. Yeah? Ten? Ten?
Wait. She's trying to open the door.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, I'll take your tickets over here. Come over here with your ticket. Theo.
Đất rung nó đâu cái này đâu cái mà
Nhìn bà ngoại kìa. Nhìn bà ngoại nha, đó.
Rồi cười.
Đẹp quá.
Nhìn ông ngoại nè.
Nhìn bà ngoại nè. Thôi cả nó nhìn đâu cũng tự nhiên.
Does she get out?
Kệ kệ em nó đi. Rồi đi, thôi đi.
Enjoy yourself up in this area and then work your way down. So here we have Walkabout Australia. You can actually go in and walk with the kangaroos, and if they come on the path, you can catch them.
Chim hút đập vô phải không?
Kỳ á, có
ăn được.
Thích gì đi, cái hồ vô đây nè. 25 cent.
25% luôn á hả?
25 cent. Đó, đi qua lần tới đó phải không? Đó, đi qua được hả? Nè, còn 25 cent đúng không? Chưa về xuống rồi.
Thấy không? Thấy chưa? Thấy chưa?
Dạ.
Thấy hả? Giọng nó lên cao xíu. Đó. Đi qua đi lại đi con mấy chị. Thấy chưa?
Ví dụ Bích đứng đây thì nó sáng.
Chơi luôn.
Chắc
Má với cô Lan nha.
hết tiền. Mai hết tiền rồi, hết rồi.
Có gì chưa? Thấy gì không?
Thấy.
Nó xuống đây.
Làm múa võ coi. Tụ võ coi.
Chứ anh tránh xa để thôi nó dính.
Tụ võ ra coi mới ngầu.
Sao làm vậy nè,
Bỏ đi.
làm vậy nè.
Giơ tay lên đi.
Ừ, làm đấy. Ừ. Hãy chọc nó.
Rồi. Rồi, khách sẽ đi đứng nè.
Đi đứng nha.
Quay lại. Chụp 4 người luôn, hai người sau nữa. Cô Lan đứng đây, chụp luôn hai người luôn.
Chụp hình xong rồi coi.
Chụp nó dính hai người kia sau.
Đó.
Đó.
Bích nghiêng qua đây chút xíu. Nữa thôi.
Vô đây nè, đây là coi chim bự lắm nè.
hai vợ chồng nè. Ba má. Ba má, lại lên, lại lên.
Chị cắn gì vậy? Con gì vậy?
Giang mà bất ngờ gì đó.
How do we go in there? The baby go?
Muốn vô luôn hả?
Ta là khi muốn đặt xuống rồi.
Không được xuống cỏ. Hop 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 hop. Hả? Con nó tên gì?
Con baby kangaroo.
Baby.
It's a little confusing, but yeah, it's basically the same as childbirth, just a little.
Wonder the difference in the color. Like the lighter ones are better.
Linh nói đứng ngoài chắc hơi cái đẩy xe vô không được á.
Nước, nó thay vô nước.
Nhanh hơn bà có biết gì bà
Đúng không?
Đi coi cái bus show á. Bây giờ rồi.
Hermes?
thắng nha. Ui, con ngu.
Now George here, along with his sister Gracie, who also lives here at the bird show. Their eggs were laid and hatched right here at the park. They just turned 3 years old back in August. Again, some of our here choose to be social. These birds will live in groups of up to 6 or 7 birds, and that is highly unusual for a bird who raised us, right? Adults, volunteers would like to come down and meet one of our birds, get up close and personal. So if you would like to come down, raise your hand. You have to raise your own hand. You cannot volunteer the person sitting next to you. Yeah, you gotta want to come down here on your own, guys. You can go ahead and come on down, and I'll take one more. Yeah. You guys are gonna come all the way up on stage for me. Autumn here has some instructions for you guys, and some hand sanitizer for everybody as well. She's gonna get everybody lined up for me. I'm gonna tell the rest of you guys about a group of birds called hornbills. There are 54 different species of hornbill that can be found on the planet, and each and every one of those 54 species you can only find in Asia or Africa. Now, to give you an idea of the personality of a hornbill, they're lots of fun. But Trouble here, she is going to show off what she does best as she goes hopping through her human forest. Very nice. Everybody, that was Trouble. And we know it happens fast, so you guys get to do it again. So put your arms back up one more time for me, and if you missed it the first time, get those cameras ready. She's got a couple more pieces of papaya she's going to finish off. And she's gonna go one more time, hopping along. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Trouble, our yellow-billed hornbill. And volunteers, I have one more thing for you to do before you leave stage. Take your right arm, place it across your stomach, and take a bow. Very nice. You guys can all take your seats, and a big round of applause for all of our brave volunteers who all came all the way up on stage. Congo out with her too. Congo's our African gray parrot.
Gray parrot, and they are famous for that ability to imitate. The thing is, not all parrots choose to do this mimicry behavior. But you're in luck this afternoon. He's an expert. He just does not live in a rainforest. He lives in our office. So the kind of sounds that he hears in his environment are a little bit different than rainforest noises. We'll start off with testing the mic, please. Testing. 1, 2. It works. Nice one, Congo. Okay, so living in an office, some of the sounds you hear in your environment would include the telephone. Sometimes we run to answer the bird. He also lives near the water cooler, which of course bubbles. Just like that. He's pretty good at this. He's a big ham too. He doesn't mind at all if you laugh at his jokes. He totally hearts applause, my friends. Don't let his straight face fool you for a second. But before we begin all of that good stuff, we just want to thank you. Thank you so much for coming out to the safari park today. Thank you for coming to the bird show. If it weren't for all of you, we couldn't do all of the conservation work that Congo and I talk about every single day. And he wants to thank you too, but he gets a little personal in his thank yous. He wants to give you a great big thank you kiss. Aww. He loves you. He knows that when it comes to conservation, the bird show audiences have truly taken charge. And that's a big compliment coming from him. He's a conservation snob. He's lived at the safari park his whole life. When we conserve one habitat, just one, then we help every plant, every animal, and every human being that calls that region home. It's pretty cool. Whenever I bring it up, he gets really excited. After 16 years, he doesn't sound as excited as he used to, but he loves that we're not just helping big, fancy creatures like elephants and rhinos. We're helping little guys too, like duckies. He loves duckies. We are hard at work with rainforests. I have never been to a zoo that doesn't say that. However, we are also conserving native habitats too. Sagebrush chaparral. Grassland habitats are very endangered. We're even working with the strangest little endemic amphibian ever called the mountain yellow-legged frog. But we've never met one, so it's cool. He just likes to make noises. So African gray parrots have a powder that they bring through their feathers, and that's what these birds.
These guys have legs, and they know how to use them. Joining us on the top of the hill is our young man. His name is Aaron. He is our male secretary bird. Now, he does have a big, beautiful wingspan that you'll see when he gets down here to stage. He'll show that off that he's fully capable of using, but
Flying requires a lot of energy, so why use up all that energy flying when you can simply run right up to your prey, and as he is very well demonstrating for us, you can stomp your prey to death. Which he has a lot of fun with sometimes too. I know it looks a little strange and unusual, doesn't it? This is actually how and what these birds will hunt out there in the wild. They are expert snake hunters. He has very thick scales on those long legs that help protect him against bites, including even those from venomous snakes. Now, it's also thought that those longer two tail feathers you see that kind of trail out behind the rest of his tail, that's meant to help distract the prey so that it actually strikes at the tail rather than the body of the bird. He is off. Everybody, that was RN. Enjoyed our show and enjoy the rest of your day here at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. We have a few more friends coming to see you guys off. Charlie, our scarlet macaw, and Cusco, our green-winged macaw, doing loops above your head. Oh, yeah, we can't forget about this guy, the show crasher, out here to crash the show one last time. Rudy the Red River Hog. I guess he can stay. He's pretty cute. And he's so polite, he's even gonna wave goodbye.
Rồi. Sao? Trơn, chào bóng Trơn. Ba, chụp lên cái bích của Loan. Ta đi đầy. Kệ đi cho ta đi, thấy ta luôn đâu sao, nhanh lên, đừng thôi nó xuống. Nhanh lên, đừng thôi, cái tuột rồi, nhanh lên.
Nó là trên cao mình nhìn tưởng không có người. Ủa, mấy con hả?
Ngoại muốn đụng không?
Yeah, he got a new house. Này cũng không gần Đại Nam luôn. Chụp nguyên đám đây không?
Thì người ta muốn cho đi cho xe những người nào coi có gan không, có cân.
But this is my elephant. Mama, you're missing stuff. Look, he's running. He's running, not the one.
Không có tối lên.
I know, because they just...
When I clap, I have to
And welcome to Cheetah Run! How are y'all doing today? Alright, not bad. We're all celebrating the good weather we've had today, huh? Now we're going to get serious for just a quick moment because I have a very important question to ask all of you. Now who's ready to see a cheetah run?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. That is the enthusiasm that we love to hear because in just a few moments you are going to witness the quickest 100-meter dash that you will ever see. My name is Alana. I am an animal trainer here at the Safari Park. I am joined today by the rest of my team of trainers, as well as our guest of honor. We'll introduce you to each one of them as our event goes on. We may be here at the Safari Park's Lion Camp, but for the next 20 minutes, the cheetah will rule. You're about to witness the fastest animal on land do exactly what it does best. Run. Potentially reaching speeds up to 70 miles per hour just a few feet away from you. The reason we can offer this experience, one, because of the extensive amount of time and training we've dedicated to all of our ambassadors here at the park. Two, it's this unique track that you're looking at. Spanning at a full 100 meters or 330 feet, it is the longest dedicated cheetah running track in the country. Now we are starting things off because our first guest of honor is making his way down our track. You guys just got the chance to see Hopper the dog, All-American Pound Puppy, running down our track first. And we're jumping into this event at a run today. We'll tell you a little bit more about why we run our dogs first here as well. Now, Hopper the dog is best friends with our cheetah companion, Amara. Amara is going to be showing off her speed here in just a moment. The reason we run our dogs first, one, we want to test our equipment. No live prey down here at our track. Instead, there's a stuffed animal toy attached to a line powered by a winch, car starter motor. Kelsey, our lure operator today, has the hardest job on our track because he has to play keep away with the fastest animal on land. Not an easy job, but he's going to do a great one for you guys today. Two, it allows Hopper to act in the traditional capacity of companion for Amara, giving Amara the reassurance to know her best friend made it down this track in one piece. She can do the same thing. Third, most important, it's for all of your benefits. We only guarantee one run from our cheetahs every day here at Cheetah Run. We don't want to risk overexertion or heat exhaustion. We're going to be evaluating her after this run to determine whether or not we may be up for a second run. And with that, our trainers are all in position. Everyone enjoy Amara's run. That was one incredible run from Amara! Great job, Kelsey. That was an awesome pull. Amara, well, I didn't even tell you, Hopper the dog, he's a fast dog. He runs our 100-meter track in about 12 seconds. You guys, Amara just ran our 100-meter track in 5.3 seconds. Pretty impressive run from Amara. Right now, what she's enjoying, a very well-deserved pan of meat at her finish line. Now, at this point in time, it is, again, the most critical time for us to evaluate her recovery. A cheetah pursuit out in Africa really wouldn't last much longer than what you just experienced, 20 to 30 seconds, the average length of time they'll maintain those top speeds to pursue prey. Any more than that, though, a cheetah can risk overexertion and heat exhaustion to a point where it could be fatal. We never want to push it to that point with our cat, so evaluating her recovery after a job well done like that, again, very important time period. So definitely use this opportunity, get some slow motion pictures, and I'll tell you more about their relationship, cheetah conservation, and the like, again, as we wait on our communications. Now, again, with that, talking a little bit more about conservation. Now, here at the Safari Park, we are a conservation-based organization where conserving endangered and threatened species around the world is one of our biggest priorities. Now, especially when it comes to animals like the cheetah, there's over a 90% population decline in just the past 100 years. Now, that might not sound like a very dramatic number, but we'll tell you, 100 years ago, population throughout Africa was about 100,000 cheetahs. Today, it's less than 7. Yeah. Now, a big reason why we are so proud, again, to consider you, all of our supporters, for our conservation efforts, is because of what we've been able to accomplish for these species in the wild. When it comes to cheetahs, they're facing a lot of different threats out in Africa. Big issue is actually learning to coexist with humans in new ways. Now, people are relying on agricultural practices like raising goat and sheep to support their families and their communities. The trouble is, they're doing that in the middle of carnivore hunting grounds. They're finding they wake up in the morning, survey their area, and find that a large carnivore took out one of their goat or their sheep in the middle of the night. Trouble is, cheetahs oftentimes get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time because they are one of few of Africa's daytime predators. So they're actually getting up in the morning with those farmers and ranchers only to get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Farmers and ranchers sometimes are willing to shoot cheetahs on sight. Now, there are a number of organizations throughout Africa that are working with the local people to actually encourage them to want to coexist with these large cats. They're encouraging them to raise their livestock with a large breed guard dog. Because I'll tell you, you're actually looking at the scaredy cat of the Serengeti. Cheetahs, again, non-confrontational by nature. All it takes, one bark from a very large breed dog, sometimes weighing at over 150 pounds, is more than enough to scare a cheetah from being caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, we are able to, again, support not-for-profit organizations and conservation organizations in the ground, in the wild, working with all the different species that we work with, again. But here at the park, again, just for walking through our front doors, we consider all of you to be our heroes for wildlife because you're helping us create a backup plan. When it comes to cheetahs, we are very proud to say we are one of the most successful cheetah breeding facilities in the country. To date, that number is over 160 cheetahs in just the past 40 years. It's a pretty impressive number. Again, something we could not accomplish if it weren't for all of your support. So again, able to actually reintroduce over 40 different species back into their natural environment. One day, again, we're hoping to make that many, many more. Now, again, getting the chance to see our cheetahs up close too. You guys got the chance to watch her walk down the track. Hopefully, again, much better photo opportunities for you guys. Gives you a better opportunity to appreciate those unique adaptations that cheetahs have that allow them to be the fastest animal on land. Now, cheetahs, again, may be considered a large house trainer. Janet today going to be using a lot of coach's whistle to communicate to Amara that your run is over. And that's when she kicks it in. So for those of you in the middle of the track, again, you're
We'll just ask them up here.
Yeah, but they have a rope up there to open it.
Vô vô vô.
Of course, they're welcome to.
Love the trail. You gotta sit down for a second.
Con nó con gì không? Không phải là
We're waiting our turn.
Tàu hả?
Chụp hình nhóm đi bác, hình nhóm.
Emergency trips get a hold of me through the rear cab window. If you're in any other car besides the first one, look at the ceiling above your head. On left and right, you see the yellow strips. Well, those are emergency strips. If you have a medical emergency, just press and pull one of those. That will also let me know in the cab. Anytime we're stopped, you are welcome to stand up. Just sit back start up here.
Ngồi đây mới thấy được chứ. Ngồi đây thấy rõ.
Right there ahead of us, and now Bluff's going to have the very light pink adult bearded flamingos with their white youngsters joining them. Like all members of the flamingo family, a lot of them are feeding by putting their feet down the water, scooping up some mud from around the pond. Look at where you can be a hero for wildlife on your own by finding what we're ahead of us around the island and the pond, and also the pond itself. The big mostly white birds, the big yellowish bills are great white pelicans from Africa. The ones a little bit more gray in their white feathers and the more reddish big bills are Dalmatian pelicans from Eurasia. And pelicans, and like all birds of the pelican family, they have the big pouch below their bill as an adaptation for fishing. They usually take a big scoop of water and hopefully fish, drain the water out to swallow the fish. They do not use that pouch for storing fish. It's a common myth. What they fish for out there are the fish we put in the pond to eat mosquito larvae. We keep our mosquito population down because, among other things, they can transmit the West Nile virus, and that virus is especially dangerous for birds.
It's fun.
Tại hồi nãy từ kia tới đây luôn.
On our right side, look at the upper left side of the hill, and you might see some black and white striped gravy zebras way up there. Just the lack of water they live, that's due to global climate change. Local farmers, where they live, diverting water for farming. Our zebra herd out here, on our right, consists of quite a few adults and a young foal. And our right side ahead of us, the Rockville exhibit, we have some black and white speckled Rappel's vultures, one mostly white Cape vulture joined them, and like all vultures, they have the mostly bare head as an adaptation, so they can eat dead animals without getting blood and gore in their head feathers. And animals that died from natural causes or been killed by other animals are vultures' favorite. The wildebeest are part of one of the last great migrations on Earth out there. To ride the stables of wildebeest on our left side cross canter, there's light brown. The advantage of that is they can lock their horns together on those spiral curves. When their horn wrestling, their horns don't slip. It's a very safe way to horn wrestle. And horn wrestling is one of the ways almost all animal species use to have the higher in their herd. And look for the, also behind the inland, look for all 6 of our young female ostriches out there. They're in the group of large flightless birds, like all birds in that group. One of the ways they deal with things. And the location of the child care center moves around during the day as the adults move around.
Cây đẹp quá ha. Lá màu vàng đó, mình nhìn những cái bông. Oh, giraffe kia. Giraffe kia, đang kia.
All right, let's here, just beyond the next corral, we're going to have the, starting with our Maasai draft for those out here. Our herd out here consists of 2 adults, 3 youngsters. The wildebeest are part of one of the last great migrations on Earth out there. To ride the stables of wildebeest on our left side cross canter, there's light brown rested to each other. Our herd out here consists of quite a few adults and some young foals. They are critically endangered. You look above the right side of the pond, you see some small brown red-fronted gazelle antelope. And like all members of the gazelle, on our right side down below us in the front left corner of the island of the pond, look for 2 mostly white trumpeter swans from North America. And like all swans, up the slope, look for the reddish-brown Zambezi lechwe antelope. The lechways are in the same tribe of antelopes as the Uganda ka back there. Again, they have the thick, oily coat, which helps them stay warmer and drier when they go in water to escape predators. Like on our left side across the hill here, again, are more of the roan antelope. And most of the roans here have chosen to put themselves. They are either at or very close to the highest point they can get to. So if you think they're up here because on our right side, you see some of the undeveloped part of the park. We keep 800 acres or just over 300 hectares of the park undeveloped. This kind of habitat is a coastal sage scrub. It's found about 1/10 of its original area in Southern California, and it's on a lot of endangered species. So far, we've seen a lot of African antelope species. Right down below on the left side, though, you see the brambles down there.
엄마가 보이스톡으로 넣는다.
And 10. 30,000 animals born here. We and the zoo together have returned more than 43 in the grasslands of southern Africa. Hero for wildlife on your own is to fight global climate change. This one is a major threat to wildlife around the world. One way to do that is just to reduce, reuse, repair, and recycle everything you can. Because making new things. Earlier we saw the Maasai giraffe. Now right, look at the canyon. We're kind of on the rock trail giraffe. There will be other kinds of species of African giraffe. I heard that there's quite a few adults and some youngsters. In the wild, the Rothschilds numbers have dropped by more than 80% over the last 30 years. That is a very bad trend. Also on our right, gray neck, white, and the yellow feathers on their heads, those are East African crowned cranes. Cranes are the oldest living group of birds. And also coming up on the right side, across the ahead of us, up the slope at halfway, we got 3 great silhouette rhinos. People thought they had gone extinct, and then a group of less than 100 was found by accident in South Africa. At that point, South Africa protected them, got them up to about 1,000 near Victoria Open. They then gave us 14 young females. Since then, we've had 97 of them born here. And because of our efforts and many other groups around the world, it's now about 20,000 how they belong to and how they relate to their group. We also look at ways that you can be a hero for wildlife on your own by volunteering with the Wild Watch Kenya project, protecting and or planting your local native plants and reducing, reusing, repairing. And our sister part, San Diego Zoo, more information about that. Just stop at any ticket booth here. Now, if you go to your right at Leave Our Station, you have a chance to see the biggest wild cats in Africa, and I'm pretty sure that you know what they are. And those will be lions. Can't see from our tram path if they want to, and it looks like that's exactly what they've done. You're going to have to go to your right to try to see lions on your own as you leave our station. As we come in to our station, please wait to exit until we come to a complete stop. Once we're at a complete stop, please open the doors on the station side of the tram only. And that is Swahili for thank you. And so do not play the doors on the roadside of the tram. Do not.
I'm going to send you with Karina. She's over there, and she'll help you out. Thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Trời đi Africa nha.
I know.
Thank you. Thing is good. Mua cái frame không ấy khỏi. Frame này nè, $10. Oh, this is really good. What's this? This digital. Yeah.
Do you have an annual pass?
Card or cash?
Thôi đưa đây.
So it's going to be $26.94.
Oh, cash, huh? Cash, huh?
Oh, cash?
So cash or card? The card.
Yeah. And put your phone in the back.
Yeah, me too. How do we get the on the phone? Like, you move it up a little bit. Like, I don't think there's like holding it like this and then for
Bye guys.
water.